Hello everyone, this is Sean, and this is the part 2 preview of my toy haul for the weekend. Well, actually the last 2 weeks, mostly the last week when I returned. Actually the last week when I returned from Raleigh. So you got 3 Masterverse figures, I think you've seen them before. The new Centennial Disney Hot Wheels. A few more Star Wars figures, 40th anniversary Akbar and Biker Spout, Ahsoka Tano, Moff Gideon, Special Chrome Edition, Force Unleashed Stormtrooper to go with my Force Unleashed other figure. And of course you've seen Admiral Kirk already. And the Transformers the movie, Masterverse King Grayskull. And for part 2, let's see. You got some 55th anniversary Hot Wheels, 4 through 6. You've got the 2 Cassian Andor figures, the one in Imperial disguise, and the one as he looked, I guess, before everything started. Seen the Roton already, Panther at Point Dread. And there's a better view of King Grayskull. And here's the Hot Wheels. And the culmination of my collection. Which was on clearance, $201 instead of $457. The Mega, not Mega Constructs, Snake Mountain. 3,802 pieces. And we'll see if I can get a picture of the back. So there you go. There's what the back looks like when it's all built and opened up. And it appears to come with at least 6 or 7 figures, so that's good. And you can see them along the bottom. Of course, you've seen everything that's in the bin already, including the George Lucas Stormtrooper and the other figures. I'm going to see if I can get a group picture of everything. It's going to spread quite far into the room. Alright, you can see how I got the other 3 Hot Wheels. And you can see how far out the entire toy hall sits. It's almost too wide to get into the entire picture, but there you go. There's the entire toy hall. It'll be sorted out eventually. It might have to go onto the DVD credenza, but as you know, or may not know, what I'm planning to do is put everything that's on those bottom 2 shelves somewhere else. As in, everything that's on those bottom 2 shelves is going to go out there in the living room, so that all of these unopened figures are off the shelf, and then the opened Origins can go on here instead. And that should create a lot more room. But that'll be coming in the coming days and the coming weeks, etc. So, let's take an updated look at the toy room now. There you go. Hello everyone, it's Sean, and I'm going to start by carefully. First thing I do, I had to get this far back to get the appropriate picture of the Motu haul from my field trip to the conventions. You can see the picture of me with Hayden Christensen there. If I zoom in, seems appropriate to have it on the Star Wars shelf. No glare on it from that angle, so there you go. And he's right next to the Obi-Wan figure. Now these are all the receipts from the various Targets and Walmarts where I bought everything. When I do the toy haul video, I'm going to try to narrow down where I bought them from. I took some pictures along the way and put them on Facebook. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to take all the Star Trek Playmates figures and put them in the other room. That way I have them all together. So I'm going to see how that works. first. Now, as I'm going, of course, I'm going to delve into what I got from the toy haul, because that's going to be the Star Trek shelf for now. So you have the First Contact Worf figure. See him here. I'll have to go with the others eventually. You have the should be Captain Kirk figure from Generations, but he's labeled as Admiral. Then you have the motion picture Kirk, so you can see looks a little older in Generations. There's a motion picture Kirk. There you go. See? Good. And the last Voyager figure I picked up from the toy haul was the last vintage one was the Captain Janeway figure from Voyager. Good. Then you have the 3 Wrath of Khan figures. So you have Admiral Kirk with the 40th anniversary Wrath of Khan logo. You have Khan, of course. And you have Captain Spock. Alright, so you have from Generations, you have Dr. Soren. You have the Generations uniform Scotty, which is probably a redress of the Relic Scotty. And then you have Voyager, so you have, well, Janeway's back there, but you have Seska. You have Chakotay in his Maquis uniform, and you have Neelix. And you have Kalar. You have Geordi in the TNG Generations uniform. And so it should not have a 7th season on it. It should say Generations. And you have the Foregone figure. So I'm going to put them on the shelf with the others. Playmates first. So Janeway's on the shelf now. And there is the autographed Tasha Yar figure right in front, the opposite side from the sun, so it won't get faded. Generations figures fit in there on the side. So you can see here. So they're all on the side, about 3 deep, and I'll get the new figures. One fit in there sideways, and the new Kirk and Spock fit in between the card backs perfectly. So there, without the sun in the way, is what the Playmate Star Trek shelf looks like. And there's no wasted space, because it's just as high as the shelf. So eventually, once I move the Star Wars over, the Origins will be moved away. Is eventually move the Star Wars all onto this shelf so that that can be just for the Origins, maybe for the vehicles. And that way you can fit the carded figures in there, although they do have to lean a bit. But the only way the figures could fit is on the topmost shelf, you see. Of course, you want to account for this stuff. The second shelf and the bottom shelf, you want to try and move it over too. It's going to take a bit of time because right now, as you see, the filming table is completely full. And you have to account for the Super 7 and the Captain Power figure and everything over there. But thanks to taking the Motu off the floor, there's a lot more room on the floor now. It'll take some time to figure it out. That's about all I'm going to do for toy sorting for this week, I think. So we'll probably pick this up next week when I do more reviewing and showing what I actually have. So, talk to you later. Bye-bye. The toy reorganization is taking shape. This empty shelf is now going to be for the loose Origins figures. The playsets that were there to this shelf. Moved the Star Trek Playmates that were there onto this shelf here, and I'm about to take these Origins off and put them in the empty spot. And then I'm going to take the stuff from the bottom two shelves of that and put it up here, kind of like a catch-all. All right, so there is the new shelf. And all the figures from Origins that were on that one shelf fit onto this one, about 4 deep. You got Prince Keldor and Cronus beside each other. There's the Sorceress, She-Ra, Eternian Goddess, Evil Lyn right beside Skeletor, who's right beside He-Man. This is going to be a bit of the Masterverse, actually. So I'll try to lay them out so that you can see what I've got here. Didn't realize I had so many, but there is the hero figure, Skelegod, Skeletor from the 92 He-Man, He-Man himself, Scareglow, Skeletor, regular, Beastman, the first 40th anniversary figure I found, King Grayskull, and Battle Armor He-Man. Especially got that one because that was my childhood figure of He-Man. So now you put them on the shelf. Alright, so here they are on the shelf. And you can see there's room for more. Now that's where the Dragon Ball Z figure comes in the next short. These are the 5 Dragon Ball Z figures I found. So from the toy collection, you got, I believe that's Vegeta, Super Saiyan. There's Super Saiyan Goku. There's Piccolo, Android 17, and Cooler. So now they go on the shelf. They're on the shelf now. There's space for something else. Let's go find out what I can put there. Alright, here we go. So you've got Splinter, you've got Shredder, you've got Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello. And they can go on the shelf. There you go, perfect fit. So now the shelf, so you have He-Man, Dragon Ball Z, and Turtles. And you have Star Trek The Next Generation. That's good. I should be able to put what I collected over the vacation into the shelving here, like so. There we go. Good. See, the 2 Robotos are side by side. That's important. Snake Armor Skeletor. And the last one, 40th anniversary Trapjaw, who you know was the Skeletor thing. So there is the new revised top shelf of the Motu Origins. And if you get back like this, a little further back, there you go. There you go. So that's the new revised Origin shelf for now. You've got Landshark, Roton, Prince Adam, and Skysled. You've got Panther with fur. You've got the Sunman 40th anniversary, Wind Raider, Panther at Point Dread behind there. So you've got all the vehicles on there. So this serves as the backup Origins shelf. And you're left with just the Mega Construx thing on the table here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the individual Mega Construx figures, if there are any left. Give me one moment. Okay, so those bottom 2 shelves have to stay as they are, Star Wars Black Series and Misk Motu, because there's just no more room for them anywhere else. And it appears I'm a bit of an impasse now, because these tall Star Wars figures, well, they won't fit anywhere. The Hot Wheels I'll have to hang up in the closet, so... But don't worry, once I open those Origins figures, it'll all work out. everything will be fine. Because then there'll be Origins on there. You might even be able to fit some of the play sets on that shelf also. Star Wars figures are going to have to go in that far corner because there's just no more room for them. And I opened up as much room as I could, but there's just no much more room for them. These Hot Wheels can go in the hangers in the closet. If not this closet, then the one in the other room. And that's about it for now. I might be able to move some of that Motu up there once the Origins are opened, because everything that's on there is going to be opened. Maybe even that 40th anniversary Pighead, because I have the 3 figure set now. However, well, yeah, because that one looks different than the Pighead I have. It's a bit more chromy. All right, so that's good. That's good. We're getting there. So that's about all for now for toy reorganization, and that's it. I'll come back next week with the Star Wars figure toy haul, because the Motu toy haul was pretty well covered in this video.